Well, we just solved the mystery of what's in the lock toolbox in this truck bed. Actually, turns out I had a couple of keys laying around that fit said lock, so we were able to open this because it was locked when I got it. Let's get some tie downs, empty bags. It looks like a couple more tie downs on there, and even the mounting bolts for this thing are just walloped from that crash it was in. Really hard hit this truck. Took a hard impact. I'm not sure what was in the back of this truck when I crashed, but man, it crashed into the front of the bed there and smashed the back of the cab pretty good. Took out the windows. 2 of the 3 anyways. But anyways, we got ourselves a unlocked box now, so we can utilize that for the tug. You can use it as a step to get up to the upper section where the driving controls are going to be on this thing once we get it all built and up and running. So that'd be cool. Just knock those dents out and this thing will be good to go. Nice aluminum box, won't rust up. Your playa ready. Well, I got some good news and some bad news. I was kind of curious to see how much rainwater might have got down there. There's no cap on this thing. It's been sitting outside for about the last 3 years, but looking up underneath here, I've just discovered that somebody cut the filler neck hose, so we'll probably siphon the tank out, which is a good thing actually, because there's less bad fuel in there we'll have to get rid of before we can get this thing started. But I'm gonna have to get a cap for it and a new filler neck hose, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So anyways, more discoveries here. The niece and nephew came over this morning and helped me get the front of this tore off, so we can actually see the motor now. It was a bit of a project getting the twisted bumper and radiator core and the fenders off this thing. Took some doing, prying, hacking, cutting, but we got it. And we can see the front of the motor. It looks okay, so that's good to know. Water pump looks okay. Radiator fans bent. Radiator's junk, of course. Put a new radiator here, frame that up, get the front of the boat framed around the motor here. It's got to do a lot of sorting of the bits and pieces here, a lot of smog equipment, the cruise control, stuff we won't need, air conditioning stuff we won't need for cruising around out in the playa. But just kind of clean up a little more of this mess here, see what we got to work with, see what's going to go, what's going to stay. Take a little more look here at the frame rails bent up. The suspension, steering look okay on it still, but we'll just kind of work with what we got and go from there. Also did a little work back here, pulled off the filler neck. Somebody had cut off a section of the hose there for the filler neck, so I got to fix that. The gas tank looks dry though, so that'll be nice. I don't have to mess with that. Got a little farther along here. I got the AC evaporator all off, the filter off that. Got a loop in my power steering, so I can fire that thing up and not have to deal with that later on. Actually, I got the engine and crank over just for a second, then I realized my battery was dead, so I got to charge that back up. Apparently I need a new battery charger for the trailer, and a couple other things pulled off there. There's an extra bracket on the alternator, pull that off. I'm trying to get the weight down on this thing as much as possible. Side mirrors off. The door will get it out, so I'll be able to get in there and hopefully top off that door, take off the top post on it. Got the glass out. Gonna leave these doors usable hopefully, so we can get in there and access the pedals, and if you got any maintenance of building, stuff like that. The other side's gonna have my batteries and my inverters over there. It's the top half of the cab's coming off. That door's a lot easier to shut now. I think lost a lot of weight. Got the side glass here for the doors. If you need any door glass for a Chevy truck, let me know, I'll hook you up. But hopefully fired up the fuel pumps, pulled the fuel line off, had a brand new fuel filter on it too, that's nice. So there's no bad gas in this, there's no gas in it at all, so hopefully we can put some fresh gas in this thing with a charged up battery maybe in a couple of nights from now and try to start this thing. So I'll let you know how it goes. Well, happy 4th of July everybody. Did a little more work here and got the truck bed box off. I mean, you can really see the damage here to the back of the truck. It's pretty extensive. I'm going to cut that whole panel out and cut the whole back section of the cab out, so I'll have to figure that out as we go, but that sheet metal is just too wrecked to keep in there. So there you go. Alrighty, working on the back of the truck here today. A nice dirty job. Got the bumper off here. I think it was full of dirt, all kinds of old pieces of wood and stuff falling out of there as we worked on it. No spiders though, but we got the bumper off her. Good to go.